Well, hello there. Oh shit, no, I fucked up. Hello guys, what's going on? This is gonna be the mic. This little Apple Pencil will be the mic today. So yeah, guys. But today, actually, I really wanted to make a video real quick because I haven't posted in a while, and I wanted to kind of get my thought process on this because I have been in the process of starting a webcomic, and I've posted 2 episodes so far. I'm super excited about it. It's called Daparis. It's basically about like this hitman slash assassin that is like getting his revenge on like this gang that took his life and XYZ. Like it's a long story, but it's like an action comedy, and I really just felt the need to kind of like go over some things because I think it would be like really important for like a lot of people to hear it, and just share my experience so far when it comes to being an artist and just struggling with just like procrastination and perfectionism and all these things. And for me, the hardest thing honestly is learning to be consistent, and it's not easy. It's not easy, and I have been like struggling with this for like years. And I'm finally at a point where I'm getting better at learning things that I'm not good at, and then adjusting my behaviors so that I still get shit done, right? So I was on Tapastic the other day, and now it's called Tapas, but before it was called Tapas, or whatever company bought it out or whatever, it was called Tapastic. I don't know why they changed it. Tapastic sounded way fucking better. Like, like what, like, quick tangent, like, I hate with my soul when something was good the first time, and then if the company gets bought out, then the owner company starts to just do a whole bunch of unnecessary, like, it's dumb. Tapastic was fine. It sounded creative. It sounded artsy. Why the fuck would y'all change it? Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm going on a tangent, right? But I was on Tapastic the other day, and I have like 3 stories that I started and then I never finished. I don't think I've ever made it past like page 5 or 6. Like I always started, and oh yeah, I'm tired. I gotta go. Like I always started, and then I never finished them. I never ever finished them, and it's honestly so sad because like I be trying to lock in, and honestly like some of the art, like I was looking back at like, and I will never delete these shits, and I'll leave links if y'all want, but like I'll never delete these shits because number one, it's like a little time capsule, because I really look back at my art, and like unfortunately though that artwork is on my Samsung Galaxy Note, and unfortunately it does not turn on anymore, so I can't really like go through that gallery of pictures and shit. I think it's it might be in my SD. I don't know, but it's like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to it. Either way, I'm fine. I don't need to. It's fine. But it was interesting to see all like the stats of just like, and it was this is almost like 10 years ago. Like I think I uploaded like 2017. So it's 2026, like, so almost a decade. And what I noticed was like people subscribed to them shits. Like it wasn't a lot. Like one had like 5 subscribers, one had like 4, and another had like 6 or some shit. But what I realized was, wow, like had I kept going, like who knows what that would have been, right? And I think now that I'm older, I'm 30, I just turned 30, I don't want to play these games where I'm like, oh, like this isn't exactly what I want it to be, so therefore I need to throw it away, and I should do something else and start over and start over and start over and start over and start over. By the time you keep starting over, you might be dead. So like just slow down, Savannah, give it a second, and process what you're doing, right? So for me, recently I had gotten into Chainsaw Man, and I really like Tatsuki Fujimoto because he's not like a super polished artist, and it low-key inspired me because I was like, if this dude's out here drawing like this, and I'm not saying his drawings are bad, his drawings are really good, right? But like if you were to compare it to like if you read like Dan to Dan, or I don't know, like Vagabond, or Berserk, you know what I'm saying, like the real detail, the real art for art, or even shit like My Hero. Like if you like read My Hero, like the artwork is so crisp and beautiful, but like that's a whole ass team. But my point is, Tatsuki was still able to find success doing working within his means, right? He, like, from my perspective, I don't, not to say he's not trying, so I don't want to downplay his work. I really want to come off like very, very nuanced when it comes to this. His work is great. Now I will say Chainsaw Man Part 2 has fell off a little bit when it comes to the artwork, and he's probably stressed. But overall, like, the artwork is really great. I love the charm, and it just feels like he's just doing his own thing, and he's not trying to be like anybody else. And I feel like that is so important. That is so important because honestly, like why try to be like everybody else when you can be yourself? And I think a lot of times people get caught up with trying to make like the best effortless work possible, and then you end up burning yourself out because you can't keep up with what you're producing. Like, and for me, I'm not like a super in-depth anatomy artist, right? Like, I know how to draw a body, right? I know how to draw a head, I know how to draw eyes, I know how to draw backgrounds. But there are some things that I'm good at, and there's things that I just am not that good at. It just is what it is, right? Like, I'm not like Van Gogh when it comes to like backgrounds or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could draw a background. I could draw a cute little cityscape. I can make it cute. But that's not my thing. And it also takes time. And then I think a lot of times people get caught up in like making everything super detailed, super crisp, super just like to the T, 10 out of 10. Do it again. Where you're gonna lose yourself in the sauce, and you're gonna burn yourself out so much quicker. And my lazy ass, one thing about me, I like a quick and easy. I like a little microwave. And I for one, I love, and I've found a term for it. It's called photo bashing. And I know some people are like, it's like in the artist community, it's like a big controversy for some reason. And I get it, because honestly, like, there are people that do draw backgrounds and draw like 100% pure backgrounds, and it's like a real talent. Like, it's a skill, right? But when it comes to making like an ongoing series where you're doing like a webtoons or a manga, a comic book, whatever the case may be, if you're just starting out and it's you by yourself, you are one person. You are one person. I want you to remember that. You are one person. Okay? You're one person. You do not need to be doing like you're gonna wear so many hats when it comes to like these dream projects. And I think for me, like, I'm like, okay, I made the artwork, I hustled it, I beat my schedule. Not really, I was still behind, because I said I was gonna upload at 12. I didn't. I uploaded like 9 o'clock at night. It's still on a Monday. But there was just so much I had to do. I had to letter, I had to do my bubbles, I had to double check, triple check, and I still made mistakes. Things like that. And I'm glad that I don't draw all my backgrounds. Most of my backgrounds are from pictures, and that's another controversial opinion to some, not to me though. But I think for what I do, because when I initially started a project, I would just go on Google and I would just get pictures, and I would have like a little pixelated filter that I really like, and I'll insert it, and I will just like, I'll do like some mild photo editing, but I would just let that be the background. So if it was like a tropical theme, like which is the start of the series start in like a very like beachy location. So I got some pictures off like the internet, and then I put like my pixelated filter on it, and I just decided at that point I really like this look. I'm gonna make this be like the consistent theme or look of the backgrounds in the series. And as I started doing more work over the last couple of weeks, I realized, okay, oh shit, I don't want to end up in like with some photographer coming for me like, oh my god, you took my picture off the internet, I'm gonna sue you. No, I don't want to get caught like that, because honestly, like, that can happen, right? Even if I'm putting like a little pixelated filter on it, I'm trying to like blend it up, and like I said, I have multiple like mix and match and shit like that. But sometimes I like I'm basing the project in like it's based in like Nicaragua, like the first part, right? So I like Google like beach on Nicaragua, and I find pictures like, okay, cool, I can use that for background. Now the issue with that is that's somebody's picture, right? So now in my head, like as I've developed, and it's not like I've been doing the project for years, and I'm like, oh shit, like what do I do now? I realize, okay, let me find a way that I could do this and not put myself in like an issue with like somebody claiming intellectual property, copyright or some shit, because it can't happen. It can't happen, right? Like listen, if, and my thing is like, I feel like if you can take a picture from whatever's anybody's project and paste it into Google, and if Google can find it, that's not your picture. That's not your picture, right? And I've seen it one time on Pinterest, I think I screenshotted it, where artists used a reference, and then Pinterest actually happened to find both the reference pictures and the actual artwork, which was crazy, because I was like, how did that happen? You know, them AIs be smart. But for me, like, I realized, like, you know, so I don't want to get like caught up in some shit like that. That's weird. So now and it was like only like a couple of pages, but like after that, I started to use like, I think it's called Upwork. Hold on, let me just make sure that I'm gonna get y'all the right information. Unsplash. It's called Unsplash. So Unsplash has like a lot of free resources and free pictures that you can use, and you still double check to make sure that you're not using anybody's like actual thing. So like if you're using it in like your artwork or whatever, that you're not gonna get like somebody gonna send you like a cease and desist. It's just like you're using my picture for my photographer or some shit. I feel like that's rare. It can happen, but I do feel like it's rare. But like I said, I just want people to be careful when you're doing things like this, so that it's better to just be safe than sorry, right? Like Clip Studio Paint has like a lot of like background resources that you can use, and I think that's super cool. I just don't want to pay for Clip Studio Paint. Like, I think that it's really expensive. But let me Google how much is Clip Studio Paint monthly. Okay, Clip Studio Paint starts from $99 smartphone plan to going from $8.99 for the premium 4-device plan, and with a single device plan around $4.49 a month. So there you go. Now I will say though, I do use Adobe Illustrator, but Illustrator is more money actually. And let me actually Google that. Okay, so Adobe is $10. I'm gonna cut this out. Okay, so Adobe is $10 a month, $9.99, and I use Adobe Illustrator not because I think it's better than Clip Studio. I think Clip Studio is more designed for making webcomics, number one. But I use Adobe Illustrator because I am also trying to get on like a career path change, and I'm trying to get into like graphic design and more illustrations and shit like that. So I just need to learn Adobe Illustrator anyways, and it's cheaper than, I don't have a desktop version for it right now. I don't want a desktop version. I am good with the iPad version. I'm learning a lot. I'm teaching myself a lot. But that's kind of the main thing, because I'm always like using little things and little effects, and I find it very useful. And it's not a bad program, but like I said, Clip Studio Paint is definitely more versatile for making comic books. So there is that. But Adobe Illustrator is not that either. But like I said, y'all could use whatever you want to use. I don't care. For the most part, I draw on Autodesk Illustrator. It's a free app. So there's better drawing apps, but it's free and it's user friendly as well. So what was I gonna get at? Oh my god. Okay, I'm tangent. Fuck. Okay. Another side note, right? Okay, so another thing that a little hack that I do that I like to do is like if I'm watching like a video and like I see like nice backgrounds, like I'll like screenshot it and then I'll like use that and like for some of my backgrounds, shit like that. And don't come for me. Like I really think like nobody's gonna claim IP on like a random screenshot on a video. Like nobody will, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just everything just looks like background, and it's like there's just so many videos of like the same thing. Like if you do like, let's say somebody goes to, I'm gonna use an example, let me see if this makes sense. Somebody goes to France and they go to Paris, right? And they're doing a vlog and they're at the Eiffel Tower and they're vlogging the Eiffel Tower, right? And you're watching a vlog. Bitch, use that shit. Screenshot them backgrounds, because like, listen, I'm just saying, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think, screenshot it, put some cute filters on it, make it look cute, throw it in the background, put your characters over it, boom. Like there you go. You're only one person, and I think a lot of times with like when it comes to creatives, like we feel like everything, even that, like there's like a little bit of guilt, like, oh my god, I screenshot somebody else's video and then I used a picture from the screenshot of a video in my artwork. I'm like, bro, relax, it's not that deep. I'm saying it's not that deep because like at a certain point it's just a picture, and I'm there's discrepancies to this for sure, and which is why I say I always try to like do screenshots or like more obscure resources when it comes to getting background pictures and just references in general. References aren't like bad for me. Like I use a lot of references. I go on Pinterest, I go like internet. Usually Pinterest gets me like everything that I need. But I'm gonna start like watching fight scenes and like taking screenshots from there to give me more dynamic action poses and stuff like that. But like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with using something to your advantage. Now, I'm not here to tell people to blatantly steal people's shit. So if somebody took their professional photos on the internet and it's behind a paywall to use it, try to avoid that. Of course, that's what I'm trying to get y'all to that point. Try to avoid those websites. Don't just go on Google and pull shit off the internet just because you think it looks nice to go into your illustration or your comic. Don't do that. What I will say though, go on TikTok. TikTok has plenty of people like do vlogs. People like, let's say your series is based in the desert. People go to the desert all the time. People like, follow me to go to the Grand Canyon. Okay, that's a whole bunch of free backgrounds and shit like that. And there's so many other websites like Google Maps. Now people are like, if you Google Maps, I don't know why, or Apple Maps, but they have the 3D view, and you could literally see like, you could like click a certain area, and then you could just move it around, and then you could like shift the angles, shift the corners. You can go to this side, that side. You can move around into, like, it's like a video game, right? So it's like, it's really interactive, and you could get a lot of like scenery from that. It's very resourceful, actually. Like, it's super resourceful. And to be honest, if you take screenshots of like the location, like, I really just do not think like somebody's gonna come for you. Now, if you just don't edit it at all, you don't put nothing on that bitch, just zhuzh it up at least. But I just don't think this is something to really like drive yourself too crazy for, right? Because you're adding to it. You're gonna add to it. You're not just putting it background and then you're just clipping it up. Like, you're always adding to these pictures to make it your creative idea, right? So there's just a lot. And there's one thing I recently like discovered also as well, and it is like using Zillow or like real estate apps, and they have like the 3D view of the houses. I didn't get a chance to use it yet, but I'm plotting on that shit so hard. I'm plotting on it so hard, y'all. The only reason I couldn't use it so far is because like so far the first chapter is based in a warehouse, and I have yet to find like a 3D view of a warehouse inside of a warehouse. I just like, usually they're just like regular houses. I haven't seen any like warehouse situation where they have like that 3D interactive view. I couldn't find one yet. There possibly is out there. I just didn't find it yet. But I'm really liking that resource as well, because I like kind of go through it and like see what I technically can do and I cannot do, and I'm like playing around with angles, and I was like, oh yeah, this is super resourceful. So definitely keep that in mind. And I think I have a couple more things I want to get into, and I'm going to end this video. And I'm probably going to put myself in a corner while I'm drawing or some shit. I don't know. We'll see. But drawing out my comfort zone, and this goes hand in hand with what I was just saying a while ago with like the backgrounds. Like, yes, I don't want to draw backgrounds consistently. I really don't draw backgrounds at all. I want to like really just do a lot of photo bashing, photo manipulation when it comes to that, and do like my little pixel background. I like that. I think it's cute. I think it works, and it saves me a lot of time. I really just don't want to be sitting like on my iPad for like 2-3 hours doing a background. I can't do it. No. But what I want to work on though is my action poses. And my action poses are very stiff. I don't do a lot of action poses. I shy away from them, like action poses, dynamic poses. I tend to shy away from them because they're intimidating, and I'm just not good at that yet, right? But I have to try, right? And I'll give y'all an example, like, because I'm reading off my clipboard. But like, this is, oh shit. This is like, oh my god. This is some of my drawings at work, and I keep it like very simple. I don't stray far from what I don't know. And that's the issue in and of itself, because I just keep it simple. I just do the same faces, the same angles, and I don't really like explore too much. That's me trying to do like a fight scene, playing around with perspective. But I really want to get into like more in-depth action / dynamic poses, perspectives, and things like that, more, and to give the world a more better depth of field. right? So like whenever I have an idea for a panel that I want to draw, I'm just automatically on Pinterest. I do like try to like conceive it in my head a little bit, but at the same time, I'm like, let me just go on Pinterest, because Pinterest is gonna have something that I can reference, that I can use, that I'm gonna look at. I'm like, that makes sense. I can do that, right? And I can kind of like mimic it and like add my own style and like switch up the angles and pose. You know what I'm saying? But like I have a base reference of how I want that specific panel to look, and it's good to have that because you have a proper way of visualizing something, and you properly know what it looks like. And I think when you constantly do things from memory, yes, it's like it's good to have muscle memory, but it's also like you want to improve your muscle memory. So if you're not good at something, like you need to use references. You need to be constantly looking at the proper way of how it looks. So like you need to have like proper like good perspective and good anatomy references to be looking at. So when you're doing your drawings, you're referencing it, you're also learning at the same time. And like with repetition, you're getting better, so you're not dependent on it. Right now, I'm dependent on it because I want my comic to have more dynamic and be more and have more perspective and have more character in the scenes. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And last thing, but not least, and then I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm tired. Look at my eyes. Y'all see these bags? Y'all see the eye bags? I'm tired, yo. I'm tired. But I initially, when I started this project, I was gonna do traditional. I got a printer, I got a scanner, I was gonna do it in watercolors, X, Y, and Z. I was gonna go the whole 8 miles. And what I realized is I'm just not that productive when it comes to doing traditional media, and I need to sit down at my desk to get the pages done. And I don't always want to sit down at my desk to get the pages done. So I took my iPad. I went to Arizona for a birthday trip with a friend, and I decided, I was like, you know what? Let me bring my iPad. And that was probably one of the best decisions I made so far, because when I brought that damn thing, I was more productive. I didn't have to be at a desk to draw. I could be laying down, I could be in bed, I could be by the pool, but like as long as I can angle my iPad and I'm like, I can get shit done. Matter of fact, let me show you a little bit. Hold on. Fuck. Does y'all iPad do this shit where like you try to scroll up and it doesn't scroll up? So annoying. But hold on. Close. I don't want to fuck with it too much. Let me show you one of these panels that I was doing. And that's one. Right? And I'll probably, if I put a drawing behind this video, because I'm like I said, it might the video might look like this, or I might put a drawing as well to make it more interactive. But I was more productive on my iPad, and I hate that, low key. I really do hate that, because I really wanted the comic to be in traditional ink and watercolor. Like I had, like, you know, have my brush pens, I have all those things, so I know that it would really have that look that I really wanted to have that look, right? But then I have to be realistic, and I have to like talk to myself, right? And be like, listen, bitch, this is what you gotta do. This is working. That's what you need to do. That paper and pen shit gotta go. It's not working. I can't do it. And it's not like I cannot do it. I can most definitely draw pen and paper and ink and paint watercolors. That's what I love to do. But when it comes to this consistent form of making specific art, I'm choosing to do it digital because I am more productive. I've gotten way more done than I would have ever gotten if I had procrastinated and sat on my ass and said, yeah, I want to do traditional. I want it to have that traditional look. I get it. Like, traditional really does have that look. Traditional does it. You can get that, like, you know what I'm saying? It has that to it. It has that seasoning. It really does. Like when I look at traditional like artwork and traditional webcomics and like mangas and shit like that. I like when the ink and all that shit, like it's just so good. It just looks so nice and crisp and like it has a crunch to it, right? But when it's like digital, not to say that digital art is bad, but when it's like digital, it's like too clean. Sometimes it's like too clean. Even when it's like not clean, it's like too clean. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a thing about it. But it's okay. Like it still looks beautiful. It still looks amazing. It's just different things. It's just different mediums, and that's okay, right? And I think that I really just want to convince y'all, like whoever watches this video, work within your means and work within your abilities, right? And I realized one of my abilities is not sit down at a desk for 8 hours and lock in and get this artwork done. I just can't do it. Not yet though. I'm not there yet. Maybe I'll be there in a couple of years or months, but I'm not there yet. I'm consistent enough to get five pages done a week plus, because this week I had like 7 pages. I uploaded 7. Consistent enough to do that, but not to like lock in a desk and for hours just boom 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 knock it out. I just like my brain. I'm too scatterbrained right now for that. I just am. But I'm so happy that I brought that damn iPad, and I'm so happy that I chose to start over, because I think I had like 20 pages, 20 plus pages. I had a good amount of pages already like stacked up, ready to be inked, ready to go to finish off for the comic, right? But then I realized, and I had a conversation, I said, let me try to do this digitally. Let me see what the difference is gonna be when I do it digitally. Night and fucking day. Night and day. Night and fucking day, bro. Nights and fucking day. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Night and day. Like my level of production went from like here to here. Through the fucking roof. And I'm sitting here doing all this shit in color too, because I said to myself, I don't want to do it not in color. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm gonna end the video soon. But I'm doing this shit in color too, and I'm getting pages done, and I'm teaching myself tricks, and I'm making things easier for me. I said, yeah, I made a right decision with that one. And I know this last part might feel like a tangent, and I'm not trying to dissuade people from doing art traditionally. Do what you're comfortable with, right? But also, this is a long journey, right? When you go this path, whether it's for funsies or you want to do it professionally or both, or just like in the moment, this is something that can really burn you out. And like I'm really advocating for digital right now, and I low-key don't want to advocate for digital, right? I want to be like, no, do it traditional, ink it out, scan it, do all that. But the time you save, the headache you save, it's just I don't know. I just don't think it's balanced. Like you have so much, like digital offers so much, and like I said, traditional has its strengths. Traditional is all in its looks, in the vibrancy, in the roughness, but also the cleanness. Like it has that grit to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can never replicate that. Like I don't care how hard you try. Like you can never replicate that initial grit that a traditional artwork will have, especially in like comic books. But the level of convenience that digital art will give you, and to be honest, they will both look great and they will both look amazing, and you did a great job, sweetie. They're both gonna look good. But I can genuinely say you will have more shit done if you do that shit digitally. You probably have twice the amount of shit done or triple, because you just have access to so many things. And you know, you're only one person. You're really only one person. And I really just I can't emphasize this enough. Like when we read books, like I'm reading, like I'll read One Piece or Chainsaw Man or what have I been reading lately. What's her webtoon that I read this reading this webtoon, it's called Bad Boy Academy, or I don't know, it's like a boy love, some shit. Either way, right? Oh, this is an old school comic that I used to read. It's called Progress. Beautiful artwork, beautiful artwork, right? But I really want to emphasize, when it comes to like when we're reading like these professional manga artists, these professional comic book artists, like you're reading the Marvels, the Invincibles, the Spider-Mans, all these shits. This is a whole team of fucking people. They have a whole team. They have an inker, they have a colorist, they have, you know, an editor, they have a marketing person. Like they have a whole squad. You are only one person, especially if you're starting this out by yourself and you're not an author and an artist, and you're just one person. You're doing everything. You're the writer, you're the artist, you're the promoter, you're the inker, you wear all the hats, right? You wear all the hats. You're gonna have to do so much outside of drawing. It's not even funny. Like I posted my first Reddit post to promote my artwork, and I don't know what happened. I think like Reddit like deleted or some shit. I don't know, like, cause like somebody responded, but I can't respond to them. I don't know, like it's like weird. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But I was like, fuck it, let me do a little promo post, because I was just like, I got my first subscriber, I think yesterday, the day before, and then I got another one today, because I made a post on the Reddit, and then somebody was like, I like your artwork, your character looks stylish. I was like, yes, bitch, yes. Yes, that's what I'm going for, right? But something smells. I gotta go. But you're gonna wear so many hats, right? So when I'm really pushing people to go digital, it's not because like I think digital is just the superior medium to use in creating artwork. You can create artwork however which way you want to make it, right? However way is going to soothe your soul, and when you look at it, you go, wow, I'm proud of that. I'm so happy that I did that, right? And I'm happy for you that you did that. Okay? But I also want to push people to being in a position to consistently be able to get shit done when it's supposed to be done consistently. Because I know some people don't may work multiple jobs. Like I work not as much right now. That's another thing. Like I have some extra free time. I'm not consistently busy right now, so I have extra free time. So I don't even know like what I would do like if I didn't work as much as if I was working more than I am now, right? But you know, the fact that I'm able to balance shit and get shit done now and to be productive speaks volume. It's because I don't say I've been doing this for years. I've always wanted to do this like for years. And then whenever I reached started, I would give up. I just didn't like the work. I would just not feed into that, and I wouldn't like give myself positive thoughts to reassure that I should keep going, and I never do that. So this time I'm doing that shit. Fuck that. I did that shit. I'm looking at this shit. I was like, my character looks good. He looks nice. Right? We have to put positivity into our thoughts and into our work, so we keep going. So we don't just throw in the towel and give up. We gotta lock in, twin. We gotta lock in, twin. Twin, we gotta lock in. Right? So that's my little side note on digital. And if y'all have like any commentary on anything that I've said in this video, let me know. If you feel like what I said about the photo bashing shit with the screenshot, using screenshot shit is controversial, let me know. I don't feel like it's controversial. I don't. I think it's cool. And I think it's useful. But y'all can let me know what y'all think, because to be honest, like if you read like the first 2 episodes that I've uploaded so far, you really can't tell where you got it, like where I got my images from, right? Like it's just like images and backgrounds. Like of course like you get it from somewhere, but you know, I'm just learning how to be more resourceful without putting myself in jeopardy. So there's that. But thank you guys for watching the video. It was supposed to be a 10-minute video, but I am a yapper, so that always happens. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.